Kardashian Curse is every male figure dates a Kardashian. Their life kind of just goes downhill after that.
According to Google Trends, the term Kardashian Curse has been a popular search term on Google since 2007, reaching its peak in June of 2016. What happened to drive the masses to investigate this term during that month? Was it Bruce Jenner's transformation into Caitlyn on the cover of Vanity Fair? Was it Lamar Odom's drug-induced coma that almost took his life? Nope. In true Kardashian fashion, the term Kardashian Curse was exploited by the girls themselves when Keeping Up with the Kardashians released an episode with that as the title. Google searches have only been more consistent following this episode's release, and there are new variations including curse spelt with a K, because, well, look at the people we're talking about.
And my initials would be KKK.
What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCredden, and today I want to tackle a topic here on this channel. We're going to take an in-depth look at the very real Kardashian curse and what needs to be done to stop this epidemic. French Montana, Scott Disick, Bruce Jenner, Ray J, Rob Kardashian, Lamar Odum, Reggie Bush, and now Kanye West. We've lost a lot of great men.
Yeah, we lost a lot of good men out there.
To get started on looking into the Kardashian curse, we need to take a look at the family tree and their history. Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob are all the offspring of Rob Kardashian, who is the son of Helen and Arthur Kardashian, whose grandparents on both sides left Armenia and later Europe for a better life in America back in the 1900s.
You are 94% Armenian.
All the hair.
Yes, Kim Kardashian is 94% Armenian, according to a DNA test. This is important information. Armenian women are not the type you'll want to fuck with. Speaking historically, yeah. In the family's native land stands the Mother Armenia Statue Memorial, which pays tribute to the females in Armenian history who took up arms to help their husbands in their clashes with the Turkish troops and Kurdish irregulars. This is a race of women who would go to war armed and slit some throats.
Dude, how was that?
I said, he's gonna draw me. First again, I have to shoot him in the stool.
Historians have dug deep into the backstory of the Kardashian bloodline, whose name has evolved from originally being Kardashians. They were ethnic Armenian religious rebels and at odds with the Orthodox faith in the homeland. These people had already fled persecution before the genocide from another location deeper in Armenia where villagers harassed and insulted them, going as far as even desecrating their dead family members, digging up their graves and hanging their corpses from trees. Yeah, they were not well-liked people. What am I getting at? Well, inherently, genetically, the Kardashian people have had it rough. And just like caged animals, this kind of bloodline history will bring out some killer instincts. There are also stories of folklore now popping up about distant Kardashian relatives, the most popular dated in 1809 to the girl's supposed great-great-great-great-grandmother, Keval Kardashian, who sold her soul to 4 witches in the Armenian woods. What did she get in exchange? Well, she asked for fame, fortune, and physical beauty for her offspring and nothing more. But that story is a little far-fetched even for me. Plus, Khloe didn't get hot until like season 7 or 8.
Being fat really saved me from being a whore in life though, you guys. Being fat and then being married.
Let's now move on to momager Kris Jenner. Although she isn't a Kardashian via bloodline, she raised these women and she too has had to fight tooth and nail to keep herself alive. Or at least keep up with the Joneses in Beverly Hills. Let's take a look at what she was up to back in the 80s.
I love my friend.
She loves you. She loves you.
I love my friend.
That there was a clip of Kris Jenner pulling a Rebecca Black over 3 decades before bad music videos would become an online trend. At the time, she loved O.J. Simpson and Rob Kardashian, but not for long. After 11 years of marriage, Rob Kardashian found out that Kris had been having an affair, and he cut her off financially. She went from Beverly Hills to broke as a joke, and she was shunned by the Hollywood elite, picking up odd jobs as a cleaning lady for her former socialite gal pals. Hence Kris's almost immediate rebound marriage to Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner. She then got to work on rebranding his diminishing celebrity name, turning him back into a commodity that would keep her family's social status alive amongst the rich and famous.
If it's not a stair climber plus, it's not the real thing.
And with the Stair Climber Plus, you get many of the benefits found on machines costing thousands of dollars more.
So let's start things right there with our first victim of the Kardashian curse, the Olympic athlete formerly known as Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner. Kris Jenner was Caitlyn's third wife, tying the knot back in 1991, only ending their marriage after 24 years. But even early on in the relationship, it was obvious that Kris took charge and was the one wearing the pants.
I think that this has been a really tough year, for tough 15 months for all of us.
Sorry, what was that, Bruce? You're gonna need to speak up. As Keeping Up with the Kardashians progressed and Kris became more and more in charge, building an empire around her ex-husband's last name, which I would have found emasculating in itself, just to be honest, Bruce drifted into the background and was poked fun of more than he was celebrated.
And now please welcome Mr. Bruce Jenner.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not stating that Caitlyn Jenner was forced into transitioning genders, but it's just one of many men whose lives turned out much differently from where they were prior to Keeping Up with the Case. I very much hope that Caitlyn today is at her happiest.
Lamar, I found your helicopter.
Let's move on to Lamar, a man who has lived an extremely difficult life. He had a tough childhood growing up, his mom passed away young, and his father, well, he was a heroin addict. Regardless, the man rocked it on the basketball court, and in 1999 was drafted first round, 4th overall. A decade later, he married Khloe Kardashian 1 month after the two met, and with love comes reality television, with him appearing on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Khloe and Lamar. Now that show only lasted 2 seasons, but during those years, his NBA career came to an end, and drug abuse nearly ended his life.
Marriage ain't easy, honey child.
It's not? Your marriage wasn't easy?
Was his life in a better place before he hooked up with the Kardashians? The proof is in the pudding, and I don't think it's quinkadink. Who's next? French Montana. Well, he was Khloe's next dude. He recently dropped his second album, MC4. Actually, it was the mass retailer Target who released his album 2 months early, resulting in it being bootlegged and then officially dropped as just a mixtape. And even then, well, it had low numbers. I suppose the curse is worse if it involves marriage. That's not that bad of a deal, but he did have time to retweet my Before They Were Famous video I made on him, so I'm thankful for that. And just as he began gaining momentum in his rap career, he got shot in the head. Yeah, not quite the American dream his family had hoped for, but don't worry, it didn't slow him down for getting his rap career off the ground, although I do blame that bullet for his decision to date a Kardashian. And it looks like he had to agree with what I had to say about the Kardashians. I feel great. Let's move on to Kim's first hubby, music producer Damon Thomas. Damon who? This guy is still working in Hollywood, but the general public doesn't really know who he is, and for good reason. The Kardashians made sure of this. Following their divorce, the legal paperwork was leaked, stating many accounts of domestic abuse. Violence against anyone is absurd, and I'm not on the fence about that. Damon Thomas has denied these allegations and shared his side of the story, which few have heard. He said Kim was a lying, cheating, plastic surgery addicted fame whore who would charge clothing and procedures to his credit card at no end. And then he caught her cheating on him with J-Lo's ex, backup dancer Kris Jenner.
I mean, that's nasty. That's lower than a security guard. At least security can get you backstage.
Next up, we have Ray J. Kim Kardashian got $5 million for the sex tape they both appeared in when she dropped her court case against Vivid Entertainment. But what did Ray J get? I don't know exactly.
Would you be where you are had there not been a sex tape?
The reality is that these two knew exactly what they were doing when they made that tape, and it was leaked for the purpose of fame. Humphries even revealed that momager Kris Jenner played a role in it all, like an uncredited producer of her own kid's porn. Ew. Kim got everything and more out of its release, including $5 million. As for Ray J, I think we can chalk it up that he was in a far better place before hooking up with the case than he was afterwards. Like, what's he doing now?
You talking to a lady, I want a Kanye, yeah, not Ray J.
Reggie Bush, he first started dating Kim Kardashian in 2007. Previous to that, he picked up college football's top award, the Heisman Trophy, in 2005. He was drafted into the NFL first round, second pick in 2006, and worked his way up to the Super Bowl in his first season. He dated Kim up until 2009, and during those years, he blew out his left knee, he needed surgery, he experienced career lows in every category, and got caught up in a scandal that would have him forfeit his Heisman Trophy. Sounds like a curse to me.
Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
Another athlete on this list, Miles Austin. It's been nothing but injuries and declining statistics since hooking up with Kim K in 2010. And then of course we have Kris Humphries. Everyone knew him as a fantastic basketball player, and now all they know him for is the guy with the shortest marriage of 72 days. Although I think he got a bit of money out of the show, but still.
Those dudes, they shrivel when they're with you.
We got 3 fellas left I'm gonna talk about. We got Scott Disick, Rob Kardashian, and Kanye West. First up, Kourtney Kardashian's blushing bride-to-be, Scott, let the Lord be with you, Disick. To be fair, the pair first met at a party hosted by the creator of Girls Gone Wild, Joe Francis, so she should have known what she was getting into. Who's Joe Francis? Well, he's this guy.
That's Joe Francis. That's a Girls Gone Wild pig. I gotta tell you, I think you are a reputation rapist. You're a complete pig.
The relationship has been rocky from the get-go. Typically it goes like this. The two break up, then Scott goes on a party binge, then he finds out that Kourtney's pregnant and the two get back together. More or less, that's how it's gone 3 times in a row. There have been rumors of cheating, paternity tests, trips to rehab, and Scott keeps working hard to provide for his family as the host with the most at nightclubs across America. The guy has even said it himself that he feels like he's under some kind of curse.
In front of each of you is a video camera. Your challenge is simple. Take your video camera and bring back the wildest footage.
Oh God.
Rob Kardashian's downward spiral dealing with depression and obesity has been widely publicized, and I've touched upon it in his Before Their Famous video. Growing up in a family surrounded by females, he's actually the one that people peg as being sensitive and emotional. Although one would think he too could possess the powers of the curse, it seems instead he's fallen victim to it.
The force is strong in my family.
Finally, we have Kanye West. Now, the cancellation of his tour and his hospitalization is all playing out at the time of this recording, and I do wish him a speedy recovery. I'm not entirely sure what to make of all this, so I'm going to take a clip from someone who has much more experience in Hollywood and entertainment to add their 2 cents on the effects of his relationship with Kim Kardashian.
The second her show gets a dip in the ratings, she'll have Kanye out there in his underpants dancing around on her show.
Kanye's condition, be it a nervous breakdown, him being overworked, it being a publicity stunt, or a way to grab some insurance money, I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that he too was in a far better place before he decided to keep up with the Kardashians. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCracken and we make all sorts of different videos on this channel. Just last week we talked about how porn affected politics. Previous to that I drank purple drink. And I don't know, what else have we done on here, Keval? Go look around. We do crazy stuff all the time. Check out our other videos, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video.